Welcome back to Blue Barrel Precision. We got some nice toys in now. As you can see, I couldn't wait to get it on video to unbox this. Little receiver may look familiar. It used to be mounted in a wood chassis. Then we put it into a Bagara mini chassis. It's a 257 Roberts. Was a nice little hunting rifle, but you just can't get the 257 Roberts stuff anymore. So we've got it completely out of any kind of chassis stock. It's actually, when we finish up this video, taking it down to my gunsmith at Shermax Firearms here in Savannah, Tennessee. They do awesome work there, but it's going to be getting a new caliber. We're going with the 6 GT. Had to get a 20 round box of factory ammo. That's what my smith uses to check for fitment. That way I can use factory ammo. For some reason we get into a bind with our max grade ammo. Got some new brass. GT. There's some not so politically correct abbreviations that GT could stand for. Any of my 6 GT fans will know exactly what that is with the tiger on it. We got 200 brand new pieces of Alpha munitions. These came from Pro Shop at K&M in Finger. I got to drive past there on my way to work a few days a week, so just went ahead and stopped this for also where I got my 6 GT ammo. New dies, because it's a brand new caliber for me. We've never loaded 6 GT, any of the dashers, anything like that. Closest thing we've got was a 6 arc. No longer have that. May explore that a little bit further in the gas gun, but bolt action 6 arc just doesn't have the gas behind it. Matchmaster dies, and we went with, where's it at? Here it is. This Redding titanium bushing for the neck. It's a full length dot, but it uses a bushing, so we can work that brass a lot less than what we otherwise would. Great looking micrometer seating die. Well marked on here. You unscrew it a little bit here. You can see it's very well marked. We can use this to tune our loads very well. Being a brand new seating die, we may end up having to lap that seating stem depending on how it's scarring up the bullets. Don't know. I've never had one of these Matchmaster sets of dies. I've always used Hornady or Forester. So we'll see. The barrel. We took a chance on this barrel. It's an Excalibur barrel. Came very well packed. Better packed than what the last Bartlein barrel that I got came packed. I've already cut into it. It's an MTU profile. Pretty sure it's an MTU profile barrel that I went with on this one. That's what it was supposed to have been, if I remember correctly. This little business card that they send with it tells exactly what profile we went with. Yep. Contour number 11. Pretty sure that's the MTU profile. 6mm 5R rifling. I've been really happy with the 5R rifling in the 308 Bartlein barrel. So it's got some good promise. Bartlein is a cut rifle barrel. This one is not. This one, I forget what it is. Anyway, it's not the cut rifled. But there's been some really good barrels that have been produced the other way. Where they press it. We'll just have to see how it goes. Got a good deal on this. I think shipped and everything, I was at like $250, half the price of a Bartlein barrel. So if this lasts 3/4 of the rounds of what a Bartlein will, and maintains that accuracy, it's going to be well worth it. Did not get it cryogenically treated. Bought on one of their sales. We're just going to see how it goes. And next one may be cryogenically treated, but we did not get it done with this. Once this gets done at the shop, it'll get painted signature colored blue that we use for our blue barrels. Here gives it super powerful accuracy. So we will get this back here in this protective packaging. We can take it down here to the smith and see how it goes. Action we're using it's an older Remington 700 Action. You can say I've got 20 MOA rail on. I gotta take that rail off so that they can then pull this barrel off. But I think this is one of the original Remington 700 triggers. Maybe upgrading it to a Trigger Tech Diamond at some point. Right now, it works really good. It's right at about 2 pounds, so we may or may not change it around for the time being. This barrel, ain't no telling how many deer I've killed, deer and coyotes I've killed with this barrel. But can't get stuff for it anymore. It's getting kind of the life of what the brass I had for it is. So we're gonna convert this over. It's gonna be another one of PRS guns. So stay tuned. I should have this back in a couple weeks. It's gonna be going more than likely into an ACC Elite chassis next week. It depends on what I can find to order, and we're gonna make it happen. I'll show you this Alpha brass. This Alpha brass is some of the most consistent brass that I've used. You can see I'm also partial to Peterson. This is what we use in 308. This is all brand new brass, primed up, ready. I've got to load it later actually, because we've got to get all these things fired. Got to have another range day too, because we have competition coming up the end of August. You can see in a lot of your other Alpha brass cases, they only send this piece of foam, but with this 6GT being a little bit shorter of a cartridge, it needs a little bit more padding in there. Like I said, that is some beautiful brass. It should work really well. I just love this Alpha brass. They always send it in these nice 100 round boxes. You pull the foam out. You can take that to the range with you if you want to. You don't want to put it into like an ammo carrier or something. Wonderful brass. I've never had any problems out of this Alpha brass. One thing to watch out if you are going to use the Peterson brass is it is just like the Lapua with the small rifle primers. It has a smaller diameter flash hole. We had to get a different size depriming tool for our depriming pin for our universal decapper, Frankfurt Arsenal. Found them on Midway. It's just a Lee universal decapping pin for undersized flash holes. So I got an extra one just because you don't want to be trying to prep for a match, break your firing or your decapping pin and not be able to use it, and set you back for a match. This new Peterson brass, I already had a whole bunch of it for the 308. I think we had 250 pieces, or 150 pieces. We're shooting one-day matches with it. Got 2-day match coming up. We're going to be shooting gap grind with that Ruger American 308. So I had to get a little bit more brass for it. That way we've got at minimum 200 pieces for the competition. But I like to go to a competition with at least 50 extra rounds, just to account for anything that could happen. Have to reshoot a stage if something gets messed up, or drop some rounds. Have to do tiebreakers. Got to have some extra rounds. I will not go to a match with just the bare minimum if I can ever help it. But that should do it. We're going to get this finished pulling apart and get this down to the smith. Hopefully here in a few weeks we should have it back, and by then the chassis should be here too. So stay tuned. This is going to be a fun